The mid-year review season is in full force, and it brings a plethora of emotions, from very positive ones to the most negative ones, naturally. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to effectively cope with the latter. Hello there, Bartosz here. Throughout many years I spent in management consulting, I've been a part of the reviews process, both as the recipient, of course, but more importantly by taking part in the committee discussions themselves and then dissecting the feedback directly with the consultants on an individual basis. Needless to say, the whole process elicits many emotions, conversations, reactions, from the pre-review stress and anxiety to the post-review relief and happiness, or, unfortunately, disappointment, anger, confusion, betrayal, and many others. Let's dive into my 5 tips on how to cope with the negative side of reviews. Number 1, your emotions are valid. This is the most important point, not only for this specific topic at hand, but life in general. Your emotions are valid. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You have the right to feel the way you feel. Emotions, by definition, are not rational, logical. There's still a lot of social stigma, even today in 2024, blows my mind, surrounding the emotions and how we deal with them. We're being told that we're not allowed to feel negative emotions, that we should hide them, ignore them, jump straight into action. No. Take a pause. Allow yourself to feel. Be kind to yourself. Recognize your emotions and why you feel the way you do. The stress and anxiety leading up to the reviews meeting. The disappointment when you don't get the promotion that you really wanted. The confusion where the feedback comes out much more negative and completely out of nowhere. The feeling of inadequacy, that no matter how hard you try, it seems like it's just never good enough. All of those feelings are valid. Number 2, minimize the pre-review stress. The lead up to the review itself can be very stressful. There's always 100 of rumors about how strict the leadership will be, the company has a quota to fill, that the bar has been raised, etc., etc. If talking about it with your friends and colleagues makes you feel better, all the power to you. But if it only intensifies the anxiety, then take care of your mental health by minimizing the stressors. Try to remove yourself from the speculatory discussions if they make you uncomfortable, or suggest changing the topics to not just repeat the same things over and over that just pile up the anxiety. The best action you can take is to make sure you ask for feedback continuously throughout the year so that you know better what to expect and where you stand, so that the results of the feedback itself are not a surprise. Number 3, results do not reflect your value. It is crucial that despite what the result is, you recognize they do not reflect your value. Whatever the social perception on it is, a person's value is not determined by external factors, but it is, determined by you, no one else. You decide whether what you have done is, good enough, whether you are where you want to be. It is also absolutely okay to recognize that perhaps you're not happy where you are and make a change. We always have a choice. I know there's a lot of external and internal pressure in the management consulting world, and that will be a topic we tackle and dive deeper into in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Number 4, recognize what you've already accomplished. Needless to say, the consulting world is a complex and demanding environment. It can even feel unforgiving more often than not. The competitive nature makes it difficult to thrive professionally without giving at least 200%. That being said, it is important to take a step back and recognize what you've already accomplished to get to the position you are in now. While under the influence of strong negative emotions, it's common to lose sight of the past success and only focus on recent struggles. Number 5, decide what's next. Another important part is determining your next course of action. Depending on the result of your specific situation, there might be several paths for you to consider. Assuming your grade was more of a warning that things aren't going the way your employer would like them to go, you can 100% turn it around by discussing the feedback at length with your reviewer and your development support circle to understand exactly what it is that you need to succeed. That being said, reflecting on the situation and coming to the conclusion that the company or industry is not for you is also a very valid step. Contrary to what the external factors around tell you, consulting is not the only path to professional success, and you do not need to compromise your mental well-being for it. Take care of yourself first and foremost. These were 5 tips on how to approach the employee reviews. There are many more factors to consider. Each situation is unique, but I hope these pointers will help you when thinking through your next move. A lot of this might sound too close to easier said than done category, and I understand that. If you'd like to discuss your specific circumstances or would love to enlist the help of a professional, I'd be happy to provide. Feel free to check my website for available session slots and book the earliest one that works for you. If you cannot find a suitable time, you can send me an email and I will of course check my schedule and see if I can accommodate. And that is all for today. If you made it all the way to the end, consider subscribing to stay up to date with my content. I have more videos planned on various topics that are important for business consultants and beyond. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.